Let's crush some props. I mean, y'all know every single week I say, oh, this idiot's about to get crushed. And every single week, we come out here and put on a clinic. We come out here and show you how it's done with these player props. Have not had a losing week since week 1. So what's like 8 weeks straight of just straight and utter dominance from your boy. So we're going to go through, we're going to set this up. And as we do, of course, go down there, drop a like on this live stream, subscribe to the channel. And if you have not done so already, make sure you go take advantage of our special offer. I mean, I have no idea how many times I have to say this. Y'all know I worked my butt off to get it from you. This Derrick Henry line is live for everybody who's used promo code FLOCK on Underdog. Whether you used it 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 1 month ago, 1 week ago, it is live for you, except if you did not get it in before the Friday deadline. Now, don't scream at me. We'll get to you in just 1 second. But they have to go through and they have to manually run this in the back because these special props, we're going to get you one of these maybe about once a month. I'm going to continue to try my best to get you as many as possible, are only for people who use promo code FLOCK. So you have to go through and run it on the back end. So if you got it in before the Friday deadline, this Derrick Henry special prop is live for you right now. Just go and open your app. But if you did not get it in before that deadline, if you do not see the Derrick Henry prop there, or if you want to go sign up for Underdog right now, don't you worry, boys. We still got you. Instead, you'll be getting the Alvin Kamara half a rushing yard line. For anybody who signs up to Underdog this weekend, they're going to go through and run this on Monday for everybody who is in the flock. So you can still go to the link in the live chat, still go to the link in the description, still go to the link in the comment section, sign up for Underdog Fantasy, check out all these cool player props. And when you sign up for Underdog, just make sure you're using code FLOCK. That way you'll get your first deposit match dollar for dollar up to 100. And on top of that, you'll get that Alvin Kamara free bet. But anybody who's done in the past, you already have the Derrick Henry one on your app. This Kamara one will not show up for you Monday because this is only for people in the flock. So they have to go through, they have to run in the back end. But I think that should be it. Let's go ahead and let's dive into what we did last week. Okay, we're going to be super brief what we did last week because I just want to be completely transparent. So I can't come out here and tell you, oh, we won last week and then lie to you. So let's go through. Let's pull these up. Starting off Thursday. I mean, hell, we all know that we did hit this. The Leonard Fournette, less than 86.5 total yards. Then followed it up. Jerry Jeudy, more than 49.5 receiving yards. We told all the haters that made fun of us for God knows how long, saying, Mason, you got Courtland Sutton wrong. Mason, Courtland Sutton's an alpha wide receiver. Mason, you're a clown. Because Jerry Jeudy got injured at the beginning portion of the season, and Sutton had 2 good games while Jerry Jeudy was injured. Nope, we said Jerry Jeudy's the wide receiver one here in Denver. Don't be mistaken. Go take the Jerry Jeudy higher than 49.5 receiving yards. That hit. We whipped on Hawkinson. Thought DeAndre Swift and Amon-Ra St. Brown were going to get more volume than they did. Hell, that's on me. We also whipped on Khalil Herbert. Thought that the Dallas Cowboys were going to boat race the Chicago Bears and they weren't going to be able to effectively run the ball. Well, they boat raced them, but it didn't matter. They were still out there running it. So Khalil Herbert got his 50.5 total yards. We got the Dak Prescott more than 236.5 passing yards. We got the Alvin Kamara plus 5.5. I mean, you know Josh Jacobs is my guy, but if you looked at the matchup last week, if we looked at the usage for Alvin Kamara, felt like if we were going to get an extra 5.5 yards for Kamara, we had to take that side over Jacobs. We have another fun rivals bet for everybody in this one as well. So let's go through and let's dive into our next prop. Number 1 lock of the week here, ladies and gentlemen. Derrick Henry to have a yard. I got a good feeling about this one. This one is going to be just fine. Then afterwards, we have Mariota at 99.5. And oh my gosh. Alvin Kamara. We'll have news with Alvin Kamara. People are saying the Alvin Kamara video got leaked. Oh my. I did not pull up Twitter this morning. I woke up about 45 minutes to an hour ago and we have just been researching these props. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we will go through. We will dive into the Alvin Kamara situation in the next video. if Alvin Kamara is not playing on Monday, don't worry. Anybody who still signs up for Underdog Fantasy, y'all are still going to have a free bet. If Kamara doesn't play, it will be a different bet than Alvin Kamara. You'll still have a free one on Monday no matter what. Maybe it's going to be Andy Dalton more than less than half a passing yard, but don't worry about that too much. Let me dive into the Kamara situation. We'll look at that in a different live stream, but let's get to these props. So our first one of the week, besides the free Derrick Henry bet for everybody, is going to be Marcus Mariota plus 99.5 passing yards compared to Justin Herbert. So of course, if it's a normal week, we are not going to go through and bet on Marcus Mariota to have more passing yards than Justin Herbert. Of course, we would never do that. But a couple things going on in Los Angeles right now. You have no Mike Williams. You have no Keenan Allen. Austin Eckler's going to play, but he's supposed to be somewhat banged up. Joshua Palmer looks like he's supposed to play, but he's supposed to be somewhat banged up. So if we are sitting here and looking at the situation in Los Angeles, I would imagine it's going to be difficult for Justin Herbert to go out there and crush, for Justin Herbert to get to close to 300 passing yards, just given the lack of overall weapons that he has, and the few weapons that are left maybe aren't at 100%. Now let's go through and let's look at the line for this game, because the line actually has moved since you had Keenan Allen and all these other guys ruled out. Right now, the line between the Chargers and the Falcons are the Chargers are only 3-point favorites here. Of course, the Falcons, they are going to try to go through and run the ball over and over again. We already know that. But if we are going to get 99.5 passing yards added on to Mariota, where he has all his weapons. Hell, he's getting Patterson back. He has Kyle Pitts. He has Drake London. Even if Mariota 9 times out of 10 is a much worse quarterback option than Justin Herbert, I think we still probably are going to have to go with him if we're getting the 99.5 passing yards added on, just given all the injuries we have in Los Angeles. Now going over to our next guy, we are going to have Justin Fields here. I mean, with Justin Fields, yes, I know I've been branded as the Justin Fields hater. We call Justin Fields massively overvalued his rookie season, and I still don't think that Justin Fields is some phenomenal option. Okay, let me get that out there. I am known as the Justin Fields hater. I think I've been proven right, but still people want to come out here and tell us we're wrong. I don't know how. If we look at Justin Fields in Chicago, while they probably are going to look to throw the ball a little bit more whenever you have Chase Claypool coming in. Chase Claypool's not going to be able to be implemented right away the first week in Chicago. I mean, we know it's harder for wide receivers to transition to new offenses than it will be for a running back. A running back, your job's easy, at least from my point of view. You give him the ball and you say, hey man, run as fast as you can that way and avoid anybody tackling you. I mean, I don't think that takes too much knowledge of your scheme. Obviously, you need to know what hole we're trying to hit, but with wide receiver and quarterback connections, I think that's going to be a little bit different. I think it's going to take Chase Claypool some time to get acclimated in Chicago. And if we look at this line for Justin Fields at 24 passing attempts, here have been his passing attempts so far this season: 17, 11, 17, 22, 21, 27, 21, 23. He has hit this one time. One time. The weather's supposed to not be great when it comes to Chicago. You're supposed to have a little bit of wind here. So especially if we're adding on a weather element that may get out of hand. I'm not saying that's the number one reason we're taking this, but it's just a little sprinkle on top. I think that Justin Fields less than 24 passing attempts is a nice spot. Now going over to our next guy, Matt Collins. If you're looking at Matt Collins, this is actually a line that he's gotten to quite often. I want to sit here and say, well, you know what? Even if he's looked pretty good so far this season, even if Matt Collins has gone from being someone that nobody knew about to a wide receiver with 381 receiving yards on the year, I still am not a believer. I think if you look at the game log, 16, 66, 158, 33, 0, 44, 64. Yes, he's getting here quite often, but you've had Hunter Renfrow missing some time. You've had Darren Waller missing time. You had Devontae Adams sick this past week. So if Devontae Adams comes back in, Devontae Adams is fully healthy, not sick. He's getting his regular double-digit targets. He's getting his regular 77, 80, 90 receiving yards. We have Hunter Renfrow fully healthy. You have Darren Waller potentially coming back this week. Even if Matt Collins has been fine as of late, I don't know. I just don't think he's going to be able to keep it up when you have all these weapons back in Las Vegas. So I'm going to be fine taking the less than 40.5 receiving yards. Even if you have been taking that so far this year, you are getting crushed. Now our next guy, Andy Dalton, 1.5 passing touchdowns. Honestly, I would rush and take this right this second if you are that concerned about the Alvin Kamara video. Like I said, I don't know what's going on. I have not looked into this. I'm going to look into this for the next 30 minutes. Then I'll fire up another live stream for everybody. But with Andy Dalton, I was taking this less than 1.5 passing touchdowns, thinking that Kamara was for sure going to play. If you are looking at it, Andy Dalton so far this year has gotten here the past 2 weeks. But what I am concerned with is the usage regarding Taysom Hill in the red zone. If you're looking at Dalton, I'm not expecting him to be some prolific passer regardless. And if you have those outside factors of Alvin Kamara getting work in the red zone, of Taysom Hill vulturing rushing touchdowns, of Taysom Hill sometimes coming in as the wildcat quarterback here, or just quarterback here, whatever you want to call it, I'm never going to be too confident in Andy Dalton at 1.5 passing touchdowns. But I think that should be it. Let me just go through and remind everybody of the bets, put them on the official books. So Derrick Henry, more than half a total yard, of course, is available for anybody who used promo code FLOCK on Underdog Fantasy. And if you use promo code FLOCK on Underdog Fantasy this weekend, then you are going to get the Alvin Kamara free bet here at half a rushing yard. And you are also going to get your first deposit match dollar for dollar up to 100. So deposit $10. You'll have $20 in your account immediately with promo code FLOCK. Go bet the 20 on Alvin Kamara for more than a rushing yard. If Kamara does not play on Monday, if this is a serious situation, then this will be changed to like Andy Dalton or something. We'll figure it out for you on Monday. You're going to get a free bet regardless. I can promise you that. And now, next one, Mariota plus 99.5 passing yards compared to Justin Herbert. Justin Fields less than 24 passing attempts. Matt Collins less than 40.5 receiving yards. Andy Dalton less than 1.5 passing touchdowns. Very interesting that we actually have a decent amount of, quarterback props this week. Usually we stay away from them, but I think that's all we have. Of course, thank you so much for everybody checking out this live stream. I will be live later today as well after we look into the Kamara situation and if it looks like he is going to be missing some time. But go down there, drop a like on the stream if you have not done so. And please make sure you go sign up for Underdog Fantasy. Link in the comment section, link in the description. Use promo code FLOCK. First deposit match up to $100. And also, you'll get that free bet. Everybody who's done it in the past already has the Derrick Henry one sitting there. But everybody who does it right now is going to get a free bet on Monday for that Monday night game, whether that's Alvin Kamara if he plays. If he doesn't play, maybe we have to move that to Andy Dalton. Maybe we have to move that over to Lamar Jackson. But thank you again. I appreciate all of you. I hope you have a great day, and I hope we get to see you in the live stream tonight.